In today's video, I'm going to bring you through an e-commerce brand called Feel. They sell supplements. They're a company from the UK. I love what they're doing. However, there are some discrepancies between what I think they should be doing and what they're doing right now. In fact, I'm going to compare kind of like their 7-figure business. I think they're doing multiple 7 figures, maybe even almost 8 figures, maybe around 5, 6, 7 million a year. But then I'm going to compare their strategy, most importantly their funnel and their creative strategy, compared to competitors that are actually doing multiple 8 figures, which they should kind of leverage and I think, take some inspiration from. And the reason why I do this is because, I have a YouTube channel. I've worked with over 100 companies. If you don't know, if you are in New York, I'm Brand Web, the founder of Brandlux Media. So we work with 100 companies. This is the exact reason why I'm starting this channel, is to document all my learnings and to also study companies that are quite successful and to come up with inspirations so that we know exactly what is working right now in the market and we can go ahead and implement these strategies. Now, for the new viewers, this is just one of our own clients year to date, $2.3 million. I'm showing you this just so you know the types of caliber of clients that we're typically used to working with, just because I feel obligated to show you that I am qualified to speak about these things. Now, getting into the video, Feel is actually the company. I'm going to shrink myself on the bottom left and then we can get going. So it's a good company. It's a great brand. I think they're doing around multiple 7 figures for sure. They've also been they're venture backed. So they were, I think they went through like a 10 million, kind of like 10 or 12 million round, Series A or Series B, I forgot what it was. But I like this brand because it's selling a product that is really quite trending. And let's just take a look at some stats over here. Their traffic isn't insanely high. Once again, I always say SimilarWeb is not 100% accurate, but it is plus or minus okay. And so they had like 125,000 visitors. If we actually assume that they have like $100 AOV and like a 2.5 to 3% conversion rate, I think I came across that it's around like 500K a month brand. They may be doing more, they may be doing less. 50% of their traffic is in the UK. They're also expanding into the US, Canada, and also other countries. But this is a UK company. And the thing that I love the most over here, if we just take a look, let's analyze. So I'm going to analyze their funnel. I'm going to see what they're doing with their creatives so that we can get some insights. And then I'm going to compare it with some other brands over here. As you can see, I have other brands to show you. And I'm going to compare exactly what they're doing and what I like that they're doing and what their Feel is not really doing and what they should be doing, okay? So let's take a look at exactly longest running ads, as I always like to do with this tool called Atria, which is an amazing tool. Let's filter by, let's go into overviews. Let's filter by active status. First observation is that they're doing a lot of images instead of just doing also videos, and videos are also quite important to scaling. And then we'll take a look at also what the other companies are doing. Once again, this is the 7-figure company Feel, and I'll be comparing it with some other 8-figure companies. And once again, like they might not be doing 7 figures, maybe they're entry level 8 figures, but I know that by the other brands that I'm going to share, they're doing quite better. So they're doing 182 active ads. If we actually take a look at the meta ads library, just to verify how many ads they're doing over there specifically, and we filter by active ads over here, I think they're doing around maybe 100 ads. Last time I checked, 99. Okay, so 99 active ads. They're probably spending even maybe 6 figures at this point, 6 figures a month, I would say, maybe 100,000. 150,000, who knows, around there, I would say. So they're doing quite well. They're obviously succeeding in what they're doing, but there's a lot of things that they could be improving. So let's talk about, and if you're the founder of Feel, maybe you'll find this video intriguing and valuable, and you can book a call if you want. Now, the first observation that I would say I made, as I said before, is that they're doing 22% of videos and 77% of images. I honestly think that this should also be, a lot more videos should be tested. Let's just take an inspiration from collagen.co, and just for context, what their value proposition here is that they're selling a pro collagen product that is a vegan collagen, right? As you can see, vegan, if you can read it, vegan collagen. So this is kind of like their value proposition, the first vegan collagen in the market or something like that. And so what was I talking about? Let's take a look at the distribution of this other brand and how many. You see they're running double the video ads, so there's obviously a reason for that. And let's take a look at this other company. This is a more broad company, so maybe a brand, so there may be a bit more broad, but they're doing 30%. So about the same proportions, but this brand collagen.co that is a direct competitor seems like is running at least 40%. So I think there's a lot more stuff to do. And by the way, I love image ads also because a lot of people don't feel like they work, but they are also great for just getting good clicks and then redirecting people to maybe an informative page where they can get the full context, kind of like a VSL, but just like an advertorial perhaps. And so one thing that I really like about them is that they are able to capitalize on their product based on demands. Look at this. If you look at worldwide and I type in vegan collagen, it's 1000% trending, as you can see here. It's maybe not as popular as like collagen. In fact, if we compare the two, right? Collagen is basically probably gonna be 100 times more search volumes. Yeah, like it's basically nothing, but it's a growing market, right? And so whenever you're selling a product that you're scaling and you're scaling it with Facebook ads or whatever strategy, if you can leverage a bump with trend because you know that other people are looking at it, this is really, really going to help. In fact, if we look at the United Kingdom, it's actually 100%. I'm sure that they did not create this trend because even if this is not a lot of volume, I would highly debate that just with maybe $100,000 in ad spend, maybe even $200,000 in ad spend, they can create this type of demand on Google. So this is obviously a trend it's been there already, and they're capitalizing on it. And so if you can find trends, ingredients, whether it's hyaluronic acid or whether it's a vegan collagen or whether it's peptides, whatever it is, if you can capitalize on that trend, advertising will be way easier. Way easier. In fact, I did a case study on The Ridge, which is a company that sells those wallets, and they started, and they're at $100 million a year run rate, and they started selling those wallets when the trend was starting, and it really helped them to grow. So this is 1000% one thing that I really like about what they're doing with their marketing, their product selection. Very, very smart. Let's get into the actual funnel over here. It seems like they're redirecting people, if we take a look at their landing pages, to just product pages that have, they seem the same at least. Maybe there's some differences here and there, but it's all pretty much the same exact product page. So it's this one over here. The one thing that I like that it's very high perceived. I really, really like what they're doing over here. They're showing statistical evidence. They're also doing a very clear kind of comparison, us versus them, with their marine collagen or bovine collagen and pro collagen. So they're basically giving a direct comparison of the different types of collagens. I really like this. Customer results before and afters. This is obviously a product that helps with skin, and then there's more kind of like text benefits here and there and all that stuff. The one thing that I would add, this is all good, it's all good. Ingredients, FAQ sections, probably reviews. This is fine. The only thing that I would add is more people, more visual elements. Like over here, this is a big text, okay? People will obviously maybe read it, but it's harder to consume compared, for example, to something like, to something like this, where you can immediately see what's in the product. This is like collagen.co, right? Once again, maybe not a direct competitor, but they are selling collagen. Maybe the collagen is also with another angle, peptides, other ingredients, but you get what I'm saying. Here it's a lot more visual, right? And I know that collagen.co, they're running, let's see, status, active ads, they're running 538, so 5.38 times the amounts of ads. And so they're scaling a lot more. They're probably spending 3 times to 4 times to 5 times more compared to Feel. And what they're very, very good at over here is packaging and doing these savings as well, which also Feel doesn't really have, right? So that's one thing that they could improve on. And I like that the title is clean. You can easily see the ingredients over. This is an amazing graphic. So long story short, if you can have a page that has a lot more graphical representations instead of just a big chunk of text on the top, it's going to help with consumption. It's going to be easier to consume. And it's just easier. And then of course you can add the text over here as descriptions and benefits, but even in the benefits there's like some graphical representations. The first thing that the eye is used to going after is graphics, not words, because we're lazy, right? And if there's text, it's well divided, right? Subtitled, how to use, once again, there's, as I said, graphical representation. So as soon as I open this tab, I'm not going to read all this stuff. I'm going to see the graphic. My eye is going to be torn and attracted. This is like towards graphics. This is like the magnet, right? And so let's see common FAQ sections, whatever. And then they have some upsells over here. So I really like what they're doing here. They're showing a lot of human elements, more people, more graphics, as you can see here, how to use. There's also graphical representations. There's also a lot more UGC related content on the review ads, which is essential. And Fuel is not really doing that, unfortunately. See how to use, no graphics, bunch of text. I'm just seeing a bunch of text. This could be really, really improved. I'm not sure if they're doing CRO, but this is definitely an improvement. Also, they have a subscription offer, which is great, but they don't really have like a buy one, buy three, or buy six, or they don't have like a buy two, get one for free. They don't have some sort of offer that incentivizes people to increase, like to spend more and increase their AOV. In fact, this is something that actually Happy Mammoth does very, very well. And this is a tiered offer. So by per bottle, if they buy one, I think it's buy one. Let's see, buy one, buy two, or buy one, buy two, and then buy 1, 2, 3, 4, essentially. So they've probably tested this, and this is probably working for them, and they save up to 25%, and there's added benefits. And so it's a tiered offer, which works very, very well with supplements. You can test a buy 1, 3, 6, or a buy 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3. It also depends on the quantity of the supplement or the containers, etc. But obviously, if they're doing it and it's working for them, it's for a reason. And Happy Mammoth is actually it's crushing it. So if we look at their active ads, it's almost 2,000 active ads, and I saw on the Meta Ads library, it's like 1.7K. That's a lot of ads, okay? The other thing that I think, and by the way, stick until for a bit longer here, because I have other things to speak about over here briefly. All concepts are detrimental for scaling to that 8-figure mark, okay? So stick with me for a sec. Now, one other thing that I think they should be testing more, as I said before, is just the more creatives. So they're doing image ads, which is great, but if there's one thing that I would do is test more creative concepts. A lot of their creatives are very, very similar in the way they look and feel, and also the structure of the creative. And a creative concept is basically one type of creative. So this is a creative concept.
Do you know what reduces wrinkles by 33%?
It's the world's first vegan collagen. Pro Collagen has had
So this is something called a UGC mashup. So they're putting all the creators that they're putting together, they've gotten or received content from, and they're putting them together. So that's one type of UGC, kind of like a creative concept. But the majority of their UGC is like this.
I'm vegan, and I used to think that all vegan collagens didn't work until I found Feel Pro.
So it's like very traditional UGC.
Do you know what reduces wrinkles?
Whatever. Again, this one over here, they're not doing a lot of video ads. This is another one.
If there was just one collagen I would recommend, it would be this one.
Same one.
Okay, so I'm not vegan, but I'm upset, and the cheap.
Kind of like long 40 seconds a minute videos of people just ranting and talking, which if it works, it works. 100% you should continue doing it, but you should also expand on creative concepts and expand on marketing angles. So if we take a look at angles, I'd like to see a lot more angles to be tested. It seems like they're just doing, 3 to 4 are the majority of the angles. And then of course they have like some secondary angles like, running 30 ads, 20 ads, and this is basically nothing. I'd want to see this scaled a lot more horizontally, right? Collagen helps solve many, many problems, of course, and I would want to see maybe more differentiation with hooks, with creatives, creative types. And an example, and I'll show you what these companies are doing. They're absolutely killing it with this. They're testing way more creative concepts, and I'll show you what I mean.
3 reasons why glow shakes are the secret to losing weight in 2025.
So can you see how this hook is a lot better than what we've seen before? And of course, maybe that once again, the UGC raw concept works very well, and you should continue doing that. And you can add parts of those elements within a new creative concept though. These hooks are a lot better and a lot more, intriguing. Let's take a look at this one.
So good. So in a few months' time, I will be turning 40. I often get asked what is my favorite product.
Comment overload.
Hair, skin and nails, and it is
this is actually a creative concept itself, right? So they're doing a lot. Let me take a look at their video ads specifically, because I was just curious to know what they're doing with their video ads. Active, format, videos. Let's take a look. They have 200 video ads. They're also testing this kind of like pop-up where the person, speaks over here. This is a type of creative concept, by the way. Let's take a look at this one. Breaking news. leveraging authority to do, to say a statement, to leverage, the authoritative part. Comment overload again. Comment overload. This is another creative concept. This is B-roll combined with subtitles. You can also do the same thing with B-rolls combined. Let's take a look at this one.
Taste test the new banana flavor from the Collagen Co. It smells so bloody good, and this one has less than one.
The ad just looks different. This is also with the, I don't know what this is called, I forget. And by the way, you can also do these with AI avatar customers. So you can go on something like called Symphony Creative Studio, and you can choose your avatar, and you can have the avatar speak. Let's take a look at some of my previous projects that I did. And this is basically an ad. You can choose the creator. I'm not going to do it now because it's not going to load. I already know it's going to take a bit, but maybe I can show you later on. But this is honestly a gold mine, because you can choose your avatar, give it some expressions on the script, and then it can literally say whatever you want, which is very, very cheap and fast to deliver. And then you can put these people right into like this format, and then you can have B-rolls on the back, footage that is running that is correlated with the script that the person in the AI avatar is saying, and so you can create different concepts. So this is honestly what they're doing a lot more. They're testing a lot more different creative concepts. Ask me a question type of thing. They also did POV. These are some lists of some creative concepts that you should start doing within your business. So you have POV, before and after, AI scripts, us versus them, ASMR, right? A big one, review, unboxing, reaction, comment overload, which is the one I showed you before. If you want access to this list of creative concepts with the inspirational links, you can actually access this document. There's a link down below, and this document actually has a lot more to it: an ROI calculator, a competitor sheet, a daily report, a creative concepts sheet, creative testing tracker, UGC tracker, ad copies, email campaigns, CRO tracker. There's a lot in this sheet. This is the seven and eight figure blueprint KPI sheet that we use for all of our clients. So if you want access to this, there's a link down below. I highly recommend that you use it, because tracking is key. Okay. Now, the way that we scale our clients is actually by scaling marketing angles along with creative concepts. When people typically scale and do 7 figures, they maybe find 1 or 2 angles that work, and they limit themselves to like 3 or 4 creative concepts, some image ads, some us versus them, basically what we're seeing with Feel. What I'd like to see is like scaling across more angles and testing even more creative concepts. Now, how should the testing work? You can't just put all of your eggs in one basket hoping that the new test works. So you have to distribute it with 80%, 20%. The 80%, 20% rule. 80% should go towards resources and energies, and the team overall should spend time, 80% of the time, on angles and creative concepts that work. Do more of that. 20% should go towards new concepts, okay? So if we take a look at some types of creative structures and image ads, video ads that the other 2 companies are doing, that is Feel is maybe not doing, is stuff like that with combining B-rolls with AI scripts. So once you have the B-rolls from the creators, you combine them, you put them together, and then you have basically an AI script rolling on the bottom. Then you can combine the AI creator plus B-rolls. Basically, let's see if the creator actually loaded here.
This is why Gen Z is ditching foundation. After I started working from home, I stopped wearing heavy makeup every day and switched to Dermatology's tinted moisturizer.
So this is quite realistic. You can also change the tonality by changing like capital words, exclamation points, adding dashes, ellipses, pauses, and stuff like that. So you can actually make this even more human and conversational. What was I talking about over here? Back to my diagram. So this is a very, very creative way. You can also do like winning scripts plus B-roll variations. So you can keep the same script, and then you can just change the B-rolls on the back end. You can also do something called winning scripts plus hook variations, which is the best way to scale horizontally. Same script, same B-rolls, but you change hooks. And this is what kind of like they're doing with these very, very creative hooks right over here, right? They have these very creative hooks. Let's take a look at their hooks. I'm just curious to know. But they're testing a lot of different hooks, as you can see, a lot of different hooks. Okay, so you can read through this and read through these, and you can see like sick of green powder, tasting like grass. This meal replacement collagen shake, whatever. And so this is basically the start of the hook. I can actually, the beauty about this tool is I can actually go and filter these the ads that have this hook, and I can see and view the ads, which is very, very cool. Either way, they're being a lot more creative from two perspectives, more angles being tested and scaling horizontally with more creative concepts. One other thing that I think that this brand should really work on is just other than the page itself, and I explained that they should have less words, more graphics, or they can keep the words but also just add graphical elements. I think they should really test advertorials and listicles. This company that is absolutely killing it, Happy Mammoth, actually is sending most of their ads, and they are a lot of ads, to pages, right? They're doing product, of course, but they're also doing pages, another page, another page, another page. These are all basically listicles and kind of like advertorial types that look something like this, right? My reflex bloating and dad bod are gone, and it's only been 3 weeks, right? So headline, claim, review, social proof, and then you put in social proof again, scientific facts. People need to consume products, right? And then of course, like you can read through these things over here. Sorry, where is it? Through their landing page. I just think it's just a lot better to just have a dedicated landing pages that discusses these things, that is a lot more focused on educating information. And then of course at the end, as I go through all of these, visual elements, once again, there are words here, don't get me wrong, but there is also visual elements that give me a perfect and quick understanding of what this article or listicle is talking about, right? Video, and then you can actually go through kind of like the process of buying the product. I like that they have a select your package, billing information, and thank you. This other company field doesn't really have that. It's more like order now, which could actually give you some skepticism to order this, because people think that you're going directly to like, to paying. It should be more like add to cart, more softer call to actions, in my opinion. When you add to cart, I like that they have this, very simple. They have some recommended upsells here and there, but this over here, let's take a look at what they're doing. They have a better process for, they have social proof first of all over here. Let me remove these things because I added a bunch of products previously, right? So you can see I really like this. You have to spend $20 extra or Australian dollars for free shipping. They don't have this over here. So these are all mechanisms to increase AOV. They have the authority figure, and let's take a look at checkout. Let's take a look at their checkout as well. Checkout. Where is their checkout information? Okay, this is a standard checkout. Let's take a look at theirs. They actually have a better checkout in my opinion, because they have clinically tested. They've customized this with apps and also just custom code, and they've added social proof. So this is something that I really like about them compared to maybe the other brand over here. But yeah, very, very simple information. Let's take a look at what they're doing just to compare the direct competitor. Add to cart. I like that. That's very, very cool. They have the same exact thing, $20 more for free shipping. I really, really like what they're doing. And they have an easier way, a much more animated and better way to upsell people. And they say, buy 2, save 5%, buy 3, save 15%. So they're always upselling that element. And I really like that a lot. Okay. And also see it's add to cart and start order now. It's a softer CTA, which should increase the add to cart ratio. Okay. That's pretty much it for this video. I did want to once again, they have upsells here as well. I really, really highly recommend for them to do this as well on their checkout. Over here, they don't really have any upsells. It's just more of like, maybe they have a small one, add to your order, but they have a more informed, or they have more products, I guess. So anyways, these are just food for thought. Let's see if I wanted to speak about other things. Overall, this is what I want to speak about. Really, really important, whitelisting. Whitelisting is really, really important because it allows people to essentially promote their product through the page of the creator. And so this is exactly what these other companies are doing, right? If you can, maybe not Collagen, but I think Mammoth is really, really doing a lot of this stuff. So if you go to an overview, at least I saw a bunch of videos before. Where is it? Where is it? Show off. I can't find it anymore. Maybe it's them. Maybe it's them. Let's take a look very, very quickly. It's actually not them. I saw another company. It's not them, but I saw like a huge competitor. Maybe it was another company that I was studying that was actually leveraging profiles of creators to run ads so that they can essentially run a lot more authentic ads. Okay, maybe they have it in the ads library. You can't really see it from here. Meta ads. Let's just quickly take a look. But essentially what you'll see is that instead of having the page Happy Mammoth, you're going to see the profile of the creator. And this is really, really creative stuff because it allows you to decrease CPM because the ad comes across as a lot more organic ad. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're maybe not doing it as much. But I did see another supplement companies, that's probably why I thought about it, where they were basically using 50% of their ads were like white listing ads. And so once again, they were using, they just don't have it. They were using kind of like the creator Instagram page and the creator Facebook page to literally promote their ads. And this is what it looks like. So you'll see basically the creator page. Of course, there has to be correlation between the content, meaning that it has to be the creator actually speaking, and the actual page for it to make very, very, to have that very authentic factor and realistic and raw factor. And it works super, super well. These companies are doing it as well if you know them. But this is really, really important because skepticism is really, really high, and as we go more on time, there's just going to be higher skepticism. So we've tested this strategically, and we've seen that in most cases your cost per acquisition should go down by 5, 10, 15, 20%, sometimes even more. It's really dependent on the type of product you're in and the type of industry you're in. So that's basically it for this video. If there's one extra thing that I really feel obligated to speak about, is that if you want to scale to 8 figures, this is the blueprint. You got to scale horizontally. You'll find what works at a 7-figure business, but to get to the 8-figure business, you're going to start scaling horizontally. So you got to scale more angles, right? More creative concepts, which is what I spoke about in this video, more offers, test different tiers of offers, buy one, get 2 free, buy one, get 1 free, buy X and get Y for free, stuff like that, quantity discounts, scaling different markets, right, which is actually something Fuel is doing. They're also getting to in the US, I am seeing, scaling different products, and then of course scaling different personas, going after male, female angles, 25 to 35, 45 to 60 plus, all of that stuff. And so one other thing with advertorials and kind of like this listicle approach that Happy Mammoth is using is that the great thing about advertorials is that you can create extra layers of retargeting. So people go from product angle ads, they go to the advertorial, then they go to the product page, and then what you can do is that you can retarget these people and you can send them directly to the page, and they will be warmer because they read your 6 reasons why or listicle or whatever, or you can retarget them with the same advertorial or another type of advertorial or listicle, right? So this is very, very powerful. One other thing that I really noticed that they're doing is they're doing a lot of split testing with headlines, especially Happy Mammoth, because they're bigger, they're scaling with pages, they're doing a lot of different types of CRO. So doing CRO is absolutely something that you need to think about, especially if you're at that mid 7-figure mark and you're even like 150 or 200K a month, you should really start doing CRO. And the other thing that I really liked and saw what Happy Mammoth and the other company Collagen.co is doing that Feel isn't really doing is that they're doing a lot of UGC, they're getting a lot of B-rolls, and then they're distributing and repurposing these B-rolls to come up with a lot more creative concepts, and that's how you can scale very, very aggressively. Instead of just paying a creator for one video, it takes her 2 weeks to record, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? It takes time, and then you get just one video with like three hooks, right? We want distribution, we want mass scale. Hopefully this video was valuable. If you want access to the sheet, once again, it's over here. It's an amazing sheet that has a bunch of resources. There's a link down below. If you're a brand doing at least $50,000 to $100,000 a month, you can also book your free audit with myself or one of my team members. We can go over your brand, kind of do exactly what I'm doing with these brands, and we can audit it. And then, if we feel that there's good synergy and we see that there's a very specific opportunity to get to the next level, and assuming that we have capacity within our company and our agency, then we can discuss about working together. Okay, there's a link down below, booking a call. Hopefully see you on the other side, and definitely see you in the next video. Bye.